At a busy railway station in a city, a beggar spent his days asking travelers for alms. His survival depended entirely on the generosity of others. One day, while he was begging, he noticed a tall, well-dressed man stepping onto the platform. The beggar thought, "This man looks rich. If I ask him for alms, he might give me a good amount." With hope in his heart, he approached the man and stretched out his hand. The gentleman looked at him and asked, "You always ask people for something, but have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar, puzzled by the question, replied, "Sir, I am just a beggar. I always ask because I have nothing to give." The man smiled and said, "If you have nothing to give, then you have no right to ask either. I am a businessman, and I believe in fair exchange. If you have something to offer me, only then will I be willing to give you something in return." Saying this, the man stepped onto the train and left. The beggar sat there, deep in thought. Maybe the reason I don't receive much alms is that I never give anything in return, he pondered. But I'm a beggar. What do I even have to offer? For 2 days he wrestled with this question, but found no answer. Then, on the third day, as he sat near the station, his eyes fell on some flowers blooming nearby. An idea struck him. Why don't I give people flowers in return for alms? Excited, he plucked a few flowers and went to beg on the train again. Now, whenever someone gave him money, he handed them a flower in return. To his surprise, people started smiling and happily accepting the flowers. This small act changed everything. More and more people began giving him alms, not out of pity, but because they appreciated his gesture. Soon he noticed a pattern. As long as he had flowers, people were willing to give him money. But when he ran out of flowers, the alms stopped. One day, while he was offering flowers on a train, he saw the same tall gentleman sitting in one of the seats. Excited, he approached him and said, "Sir, today I have something to give you. If you give me alms, I will offer you flowers in return." The man smiled, handed him some money, and accepted the flowers. He nodded in approval and said, "Well done. Today you have become a businessman just like me." Hearing this, something shifted inside the beggar. His eyes gleamed with realization. If I can trade flowers for money, why should I call myself a beggar? As soon as the train stopped, he stepped onto the platform, looked up at the sky, and shouted with joy, "I am not a beggar. I am a businessman." People around him thought he had lost his mind. But from that day on, the beggar was never seen at the station again. 6 months later, at the same railway station, 2 well-dressed men were traveling on the same train. One of them extended his hand with a smile. "Do you recognize me?" he asked. The other man looked at him closely and replied, "No, I don't think we've met before." "Think again. We've met twice already," the first man insisted. Still confused, the second man asked, "When did we meet?" The first man chuckled and said, "Both times it was in this very train. The first time I was a beggar, and you taught me a valuable lesson about life. The second time I had just started giving flowers in return for alms, and you told me I had already become a businessman." Shocked, the gentleman finally recognized him. "Oh, you're the beggar I once refused to give alms to, and the next time I bought flowers from you. But look at you now. Where are you going, and what do you do these days?" The man smiled and said, "Yes, I was once a beggar, but today I am a successful flower merchant traveling to another city for business." The lesson of this story. This story teaches us a powerful life principle, the give and take rule. Every successful person understands this fundamental law. Those who give are the ones who receive. The beggar was transformed not just because he started trading flowers, but because he changed his mindset. The moment he stopped seeing himself as small, he became bigger than he ever imagined. If we keep thinking small, we will remain small. But the moment we expand our mindset, our lives change. Success is hidden within the way we think. Respect yourself, think big, and watch how life rewards you.